Friends, today I'm going to discuss about the role of a search engine, how a search engine works, and if you are going to depend on the data provided by search engine, how much reliability can be put, how more you can rely on it, and how reliable are those data provided by any search engine like Google and other. In today's parlance, Google is our integral part of life. Google is world's biggest search engine, and there are other search engine as well, and we depend more in our day-to-day life for informations on this search engine. Now the question is how this search engine works, and whether the information provided by search engines are reliable enough, and what is the law behind it in India. I'm going to discuss all these things in today's video. Please do watch this video till the end. If you want to be connected with my channel, please press the subscription button and also press the bell icon, and you will be connected with my channel, and you will get all the notifications of upcoming videos. So friends, I'm going to mention about 3 cases where the people depended on the Google informations and they have been somehow defrauded, or they have been cheated, and I'll tell you how they have been cheated in 3 cases. So when one person invested huge amount of rupees in a hotel business and started a joint venture hotel in a place in nearby Darjeeling. Name of that hotel and the address was actually there is a web page which gives informations on the name of the hotel, the address of the hotel. It contains the Google map of the location of the hotel, and also it contains a phone number, and that phone number was not the phone number of that guy who actually is the owner of that business. So the people who are searching on tourist places, the people getting the information from the Google, the phone number of that the concerned person of that tourist area, and when this tourist place was been booked through this mobile number, and the people were sent to those hotels, and when they on query, the people told that we got the informations from the internet, and when they searched to the search engine about that tourist spot or that guest house, then the people got some phone number, and that phone number is one of the doubt or the fraudulent people or a fraudster who is actually trying to control the business of the hotel, and in a page he uploaded his own mobile number and the details of within the tagging with the address and the locations of that hotel. So these are the people, whoever getting the informations of that wants to get the information of that hotel or tourist spot, they will be defrauded, and they will be connected with the persons who is not actually the owner of the concerned persons. So in another case recently, that one person is actually having a franchisee of a very famous laptop manufacturing company, and whenever people are searching by the name of that company or the service center of that company, the name or the address of the franchisee where the service is provided, and a name and a phone number is coming up. So people started to call on that phone number, and the people started to being duped and defrauded by those phone number. The owner of that franchisee filed a complaint before the local PS, and the local PS sent letter to the concerned authorities to block that page. So that is actually happening in one by one. Recently, just 1 or 2 days earlier, one person wants to get some information of a bank, and got that, and there is a phone number was also attached in the it is coming through Google searching, and in the search result there was the address of the bank, the location of the bank through the Google locations and all this, and also it carries a mobile number, and when the persons call this phone number, they say that we are also calling, and I am the manager of that bank, and thereafter when there is intimacy to this phone, and that persons who is actually having that phone number is actually defrauded this victim. So these are actually happening one by one repeatedly. So that is why today's video, whenever you rely on any information provided or your search engine is giving to you, please try to verify those informations whenever you are entering into serious transactions or other things in your life. Otherwise you might be at any point of time relying on those fake informations or news, be defrauded or cheated, and your hard-earned money be siphoned off. So be careful when you are using the search engine. You rely on search engine. It's a fantastic technology. Today Google search engine or other search engine has become an integral part of our life. It provides us valuable information on technology, on law, on other things, on many areas of our human beings or human lives. So depend on it, but over dependency on it and depending without verifying will going to put you in trouble. So all three cases be a lessons for you, and be aware that how this search engine works. A search engine is basically using or depending its entire search on some softwares, namely crawler or spider or bot. Whatever name you can call it into, but the mechanism is the same, and that is this spider is through using the hyperlink. In the internet world, billions of web pages are connected to hyperlink, and through this hyperlink the spider is roaming about different pages in the virtual world and collecting the data and putting those data and storing the data in a search database. And whenever you are putting some word or anything you are making search on the search engine, say Google, when I put my name Bivas Chatterjee in the search engine Google, I got different answers, different pages opened one by one, and search result is there. I'll show you the search result, and the same Bivas Chatterjee I'll put on another browser, and you'll see the different search engine coming up in terms of priority, which page will come first and which page will come the next. Search by my own name, and you see what's going to happen. Say this is Google, and entering into the Google I type my own name, that is I can also use this here also, so I can put this my name as a Bivas Chatterjee. So you see there are two words, one is Bivas and another is Chatterjee. So the search engine will going to search in the name of Bivas and also Chatterjee and also Bivas Chatterjee, and then the best page will come to you, and that will be done through the algorithm, done through Google's own algorithm, which page will come first and which page will come later on. See, this is the result when you put my name into the search engine, and you see there, this is the result of Google search engine when my name is put, that is Bivas Chatterjee. So it will be searched through Bivas and then search Chatterjee. If you come to the last part of this page, you will see there are a lot of search from in the name of Chatterjee and other people whose title is Chatterjee, and there are people whose name is Bivas but the title is not Chatterjee. So among these, all these millions of pages, all these pages search through name Bivas, search through name Chatterjee, and then combining both the search, the Google algorithm will present you those pages in the beginning which contains both Bivas and Chatterjee, and if you go and keep searching on these pages, you will come there are other things mentioned, say Chatterjee is there but Bivas is not there. You see this search engine, and the Chatterjee is there but name is not there. So this will be there. So Google in the first instance will come to the page 1 and will provide me with the best result which contains both Bivas and Chatterjee. That's been done through the Google's own algorithm. Now I want to place this same word into another search engine, say for example DuckDuckGo. So this is also a search engine, and going to DuckDuckGo, I can go to this and I can put this name. You see what will be the search result. So first page, there was the first result coming from a website, web page, that is superlawyer.in. One article was released on this, and how the lawyers should take this profession as a cyber lawyer. So you can go and see the and watch this article as well. It's a fantastic article and all this. So if I put this Bivas Chatterjee in Google, the first page are coming these superlawyer.in, and when I put the same Bivas Chatterjee into the DuckDuckGo, I see there's the LinkedIn is coming up, and where the LinkedIn was actually coming in the second. So every and there are other pages that see in the second pages. The second page is this, and this way the other pages are actually coming up. So my YouTube link is also coming here in the same page, but in the first page for Google I'm going to find there are some similarities but not that exact thing. So the point is now clear that when you search something in a search engine, the search result will be different, not exactly the same with respect to different search engine, and the result is because that different search engine has got different algorithm, and that algorithm is giving you the pages as per their priorities. So this crawler, this spider is actually collecting the data from various web pages. You see, when you are searching something on the virtual world, it is not possible for the search engine service provider companies to search all these data in a minute. In a second, in a nanosecond, and provide you the result, because you see there are billions of web pages in the virtual world, and there are hundreds of pages are actually being created every minute. So if you want to search any page, prior to that the spider, the crawler, the bot, they are actually roaming about the internet through the spider is collecting data from different pages and storing those data in the database, and when you are searching something, the database is being searched and search result is coming to you. Now the point is which page will come first and which page will come later on. In doing so, there are some different algorithms are followed by different search engine service providers. Say for example Google is actually depending on a search engine algorithm, and their search is depending on one algorithm is called the PageRank, and it is named after the co-founder of the Google, Mr. Larry Page. And using the Google's own algorithm, the search result will come to you. And if you put the same query into another search engine, you will see different result will coming up. Maybe the same page will come on later part. So which page will come first and which page will come later on, it depends on the algorithm of the browser. Another important point is in nowadays that these search engines are mostly depending on the artificial intelligence. So these are today the search engine, when I put a word or something in the search engine not only search through the word only, but they try to understand the meaning of those words. So they can try to understand the meaning of what you are searching, and that cannot be a already programmed software, but it can be done instantaneously in that, and this artificial intelligence will going to try to understand what you are putting into the search engine and what will be its meaning of. And so after the data being collected by search engine, or I can call it all data are indexed. We can see only those data which are indexed. But what is Google actually? What is these companies are? These are actually, if you go by our Information Technology Act, section 2 subsection W, you will get the definitions of a term is called intermediary. The intermediary is nothing but an entity which is providing a service in online. So any entity which is providing a service is an intermediary, and if you go by section 79 of Information Technology Act, we are going to find the liability of intermediary. Say for example, if you've been cheated by information provided when you search in the search engine, whether you can file a case against those search engine service provider. The answer generally is no, because and that is the reasons I made this video today for your awareness. Generally, when the service provider is providing you service, when intermediary is providing a service to you, intermediary is merely a facilitator, and it's only provided a safe harbor, nothing more than it. But when you are intimating the fraud pages or anything being given by its own search result and all this, then it is the duty of that company or that entity to notice and take down or takes necessary actions so that the same things cannot be repeated. So if we go by section 79, we'll get two important terms, that this third party service provider, that this intermediary has no liability except two or three things. And among them the most important thing, whether these intermediaries are exercising the due diligence, and if they are exercising the due diligence, they are immune from any legal actions or penal actions, and also if whether they are following the law of the land. So in tune of the section 79, there are another rules, intermediary guideline rules 2011 in India, which is also helping us to fixing up the duties of an intermediary and the liability and other things. Then that is the reasons that whenever you got some informations from the search engine, you please verify those informations with other inputs, and then only you rely on those informations. Otherwise you don't, or you should not act upon those informations blindfold, because this can create a problem and you can sometimes be even defrauded. I already told about three examples, three peoples which is known, people who are known to me, so I am sharing their experience with you. So whenever you are searching anything on the search engine, on Google or anything, you please verify those informations from the other sources. And even in case of monetary and other serious matter, obviously you should not rely on the information provided by the search engine only, you should rely on other sources as well. And obviously please be safe, because the pujas and holidays and all the occasions are coming in India one by one. I am greeting you all my viewers before the Durga Pujas, prior to Diwali and Navaratri and other occasions. Thank you friends for watching this video. Be safe, keep safe, be aware, and make the other people aware. So if you like this video, please share this video so that other people can also be aware. Subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get the notifications of the upcoming and new coming videos. So thank you friends for giving a patient sharing. I will be coming up on another video on the next time.